Om Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagini व्योमवत् व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तो ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Kena Upanishad belongs to the Samaveda, and it is a short Upanishad of just 35 mantras and one of the 10 commented upon by Jagadguru Adi Shankaracharya. Now, this Upanishad opens with a very intelligent question by a mature student. What is this question? He says, "Hey Guru, how does this body and mind appear conscious and sentient? The bodies are inert. They're just matter principle. How can they perform conscious perception, sight, smell, hearing, taste, touch? How do these cognitions happen for the bodies? Is there an intelligent principle or ordained, willed and directed by whom? Kena. By whom do all these physiological functions and all these actions happen?" This is the opening question. Then Guru, the Guru whose name is not revealed in the text, answers in a very indirect way and says that is the prana of the prana, the mind of the mind, speech of the speech, and ear of the ear, and so on. Says, yes, there is an intelligent, conscious principle and which empowers the bodies to perform their functions. Yeah, and the goal of life is to know that intelligent principle. Who can know that? That also we saw in the first 4 mantras. The dhiraha amritaha bhavanti. So the dhiras means the vivekis. The vivekis are those who have this atma anatma viveka and who can clearly see the difference between the matter principle and the empowering principle of pure consciousness. Yeah. And so these vivekis are those who asmat lokat pretya, who have withdrawn their minds from the worldly pursuits. They have understood what? That all these glittering nama rupas, this is not the ultimate satyam. There is some adhara for all this. There is a satyam other than what I see. And I want to know. So these vivekis follow the path of inquiry, vichara. Vichara into the nature of I. Who is this I? So the I seems to be identified with the bodies. Yeah, I'm identified with this body, this mind, these sense organs, and this personality. And so Upanishad says that is the ahankara or the samsari bird perched on this body tree and tasting the bitter and sweet karma phalam, fruits of the tree. Whereas, what is the truth that the Guru is trying to convey? Saying that you are not the samsari bird, yeah, sometimes happy, sometimes sukhi, dukhi. No, you are the sakshi bird who simply does what? Abhichakashiti, who is simply effulgent and golden and simply watching. So, the Guru is trying to tell the students that you are the witness of all that you know and all that you don't know, and what is present and what is absent in life, like even the screen, the movie screen, which is a witness to all the projections, all the movies appearing on the screen. So you are that Sakshi bird. And so these Dhiraha, they have what? Atimuchya, they have freed themselves from the samsara chakra by discovering the higher nature of I. Then in the third and the fourth mantra, the Guru goes on to say that this intelligent, conscious, independently existing principle is so subtle that we do not know how to teach you all. Yeah. So the Guru expresses, the fact that it is so subtle that it is neither known nor unknown. What does that mean? The Brahma Tattvam is not known like this flower. I can know this flower because the flower is an object, and I know this through the Vritti Jnanam in my mind. But Brahma Tattvam is not a result of a thought. It is not a perception. It is aprameya, not available for the mind or senses, or the body. So it is not known. Then the Guru says it is not unknown either, which means it is always known as aparoksha anubhuti. Aparoksha anubhuti means that which is most intimate, here and now, 24/7, pratibodha viditam matam. So that intelligent principle is never known as an object, neither is it unknown, because it is oneself. Yeah, it is the real I. It is the witness. Yeah, and who can truly understand this? So the Guru says that we have understood it only by the grace of the Guru Parampara, because of the Sampradaya. Sampradaya, I told you the meaning is Samyak Diyate iti Sampradaya. That which is very well handed down from the Guru to the student and onwards. So this is the only way how a Guru will light the lamp of knowledge in the students, and then the students also further share and do the same. So those who are endowed with a Shraddha, an open trusting mind, who are Avrita Chakshuhu, have turned the mind inwards, purified the mind and made it subtle by the worship of the Divine Mother, we can say, gain this knowledge of the Atma Tattvam through Shravanam, Mananam and Nididhyasana. So that was in brief short review of the first 4 mantras. Now let us move on to the new mantra today, that is the 5th mantra. We will chant it first. Yadvachanapyuditam yena vagapyudyate yadvachanapyuditam yena vagapyudyate tadeva brahmatvam vidhi nedam yaditamupasate. So the Guru now is going to elaborate, what is that? What do I mean by ear of the ear, mind of the mind, eye of the eye, prana of the prana? What is that one intelligent conscious principle? And says, yat vacha anapyuditam. Anapyuditam means na prakashitam, not revealed or illumined. Yat vacha, that ati sukshma brahma tattvam cannot be what? Revealed by vacha, by words. Why? For the reason we just saw. It is not an object. See, when we speak about anything, then it has to be something tangible, right? An object. The object will have a jati, sambandha, kriya, guna. Some attribute, some relationship I should have with the object, yeah, and some origin, kula will be there. But Brahma is none of the four. Then Brahma Tattvam is also free from the threefold Bhedas. That also we saw. Sajatiya, Vijatiya, Swagata Bhedas. Yeah. How you can see the hibiscus is different from a rose. Yeah. Hibiscus is limited to time and space. It can only be here and not elsewhere. It is just existing for a couple of hours more. So that threefold limitation and the threefold Veda, all this is there for an object that is available for the mind and senses, but not for Brahma Tattvam. And hence the Guru says, Yena yad vacha anabhyuditam. By words which cannot be expressed. Then why are we talking? Why are we having the Zoom sessions? You know, a lot of words I'm speaking, right? Because Brahma Tattvam is not revealed as the Vachyartha. You know, flower is the literal meaning of the word flower. But Brahma is to be understood as the Lakshyartha. You know, Lakshyartha is the implied meaning. So, through words, what do the teachers do? They will negate. Neti neti. It is not the three bodies, not the three gunas. It is not subject to limitation, not subject to Veda. It is neither known nor unknown. Then, by the process of negation, we can arrive at the understanding of Brahma Tattva. And that is what it is said here. Yat vacha anabhyuditam. Second quarter. Yena va abhyudyate. But that by which words are revealed. Yeah. It's a very subtle point here. Yeah. How are we all speaking right now? How am I talking? How are you listening? How does that perception happen? Yeah? The physical ear does not hear, the physical mouth does not speak, but something is empowering it. Yeah? So, yena va abhyudyate. Speech. You know, when you open the mouth, look at the variety of sounds that humans can make. That is due to the wonder that is the empowerment of that intelligent, conscious principle, which animates the speech organ. Not only speech, we are going to see in the rest of the mantras, any function you take, physiological functions, the thinking of the mind, the, you know, taste buds, how do they function, the smells that we pick up with the nose, and eyes pick up forms and colors. How does that happen? When I open my eyes, sight happens, hearing happens. That is the intelligent, conscious principle. Yena va abhyudyate. Yeah. Then, now comes the very important point in the third quarter. Tadeva Brahma Tvam Vidhi. Here comes the Mahavakya. No? Remember the Mahavakyas we have studied in the various other texts. Na? Tattvamasi, Mahavakyam. Shvetaketu was taught the Mahavakyam Tattvamasi by his own father, Guru, 9 times in the Chandogya Upanishad it comes. Here also, Tadeva Brahma Tvam Vidhi. Now the Guru tells the Shishya who asked this intelligent question that Tadeva Brahma Tvam Vidhi. Know that you are that Brahma. You are that Sakshi bird. And Nedam Yadidam Upasate. Nedam Yadidam Upasate is to be split as Na Idam Yat Idam Upasate. You are not this. Yeah, you are not this that one worships. Now, that first is the Mahavakya. Let's take that. Tadeva Brahma Tvam Vidhi. Remember in the Gita also, Krishna has said, Kshetrajnam chapimam vidhi sarvakshetreshu bharata. Hey Arjuna, know me as you, as the Kshetrajnaha dwelling in all the Kshetrams. So that's where the Kshetram, Kshetrajna Viveka comes in 13th chapter Gita. And same thing the Guru is telling here, that that intelligent principle, which is the ear of the ear, eye of the eye, mind of the mind, know that to be you. Tadeva Brahma Tvam Vidhi. Lot. Vidhi. You know that. So this is the Mahavakya has come right away here. See, there are plenty of Mahavakyas, not only the four from the four Vedas. No? Ayam Atma Brahma Prajnanam Brahma Tattvamasi Aham Brahmasmi. These are the four very popular Mahavakyas. But wherever the Jiva is equated to Ishvara is a Mahavakyam. And we come across it in various texts. Rama Gita, Kathopanishad, Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, and now also in the Kena Upanishad. Now let's take up the last quarter. Na idam yat idam upasati. Upasati is, actually plural. Looks like a singular verb, plural. People worship. So what are the people worshipping here? Acharya Shankaracharya gives a couple of meanings. One is, worship means figurative sense. If I'm running after worldly objects, artha kama, then it is like I'm worshipping them, right? I'm longing and craving to satisfy my desires for artha and kama, latest, a Pro, Samsung, iPhone number 12. All that is, the people are upasate. They are worshipping means they are longing for those. So here the Guru says that you are not, that which people worship, that they're going for this and that worldly pursuits. But Tadeva Brahma Tvam Vidhi. You are that intelligent principle which empowers and blesses the matter principle to perform its various functions. So Atma Anatma Viveka is really the key point here. Now the second meaning Acharya gives, Shankaracharya, is like recently, just now, today we concluded the worship of the Divine Mother over 10 days. Yeah, Upasati, right? People, we all, devotees worshipped the Divine Mother. So the Upanishad says, so that which the devotees worship, that is not Brahma. Yeah, then does that mean that the Devi is not Brahma? Shiva, Mahavishnu, Subramanya, Ganesha, whom I worship every year, they are not Brahma? So the answer is yes and no. So we are worshipping a form of Brahma. But Brahma pervades all the forms and is even beyond. See, Devi is Lakshmi, Saraswati, Uma, Parvati, Tripura Sundari, all these, and she says, I'm beyond, Turiyam, the fourth. Yeah. So these forms, we don't worship forms. We are not worshipping the stone statue or the wooden statue or the turmeric in Ganesha, but the Devata behind it. So this is a stage of worship and it is called Saguna worship. So when the Upanishad says, Nedam Yadidam Upasate, which means that Turiyam Brahma is beyond all names and forms. Yeah? That is the Nirguna Parabrahma, which includes all the forms, pervades them and is beyond. So this also we have seen before, that what one worships. Now we have worshipped the Devi, yes, that is Parabrahma, yeah. But not just the form of the Devi, Why do we have Dhyana Shlokas, Sindura, Aruna Vigraham? To focus the mind on something very divine and beautiful, so that the mind can become one-pointed. There is the, we free the mind from chanchala. So here the Upanishad says that, I am beyond all names and forms. So always this Dvaita Bhakti is very, very useful and an intelligent step to come to the Advaita Jnana Bhakti. And Advaita Jnana Bhakti is really what Krishna has said again in the Gita, Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hriddeshe He Arjuna Tishtati. Arjuna, know me as Aham Atma, Atma dwelling in the hearts of all the beings. Yeah? So that is the fifth mantra. Let's chant it again. यद्वाचानभ्युदितं येन वागभ्युद्यते यद्वाचानभ्युदितं येन वागभ्युद्यते तदेव ब्रह्मत्वं विद्धि तदेव ब्रह्मत्वं विद्धि नेदं यदिदमुपासते नेदं यदिदमुपासते. Now the next 4 mantras are all in the same pattern. Now we will chant the rest of the mantras and you will see the same pattern or the logic follows in all of them. So mantra number 6. Yanmanasa namanute Yanmanasa namanute Yena hurmanomatam Yena hurmanomatam Yanmanasa namanute Yena hurmanomatam Tadeva brahmatvam viddhi Tadeva brahmatvam viddhi Nedam yadidam upasate Nedam yadidam upasate. Let's see the next one also. Yachakshushan pashyati Yachakshushan pashyati Yena chakshunshi pashyati Yena chakshunshi pashyati Tadeva brahmatvam viddhi Tadeva brahmatvam viddhi Nedam yadidam upasate Nedam yadidam upasate. One more. यच्छ्रोत्रेण न शृणोति यच्छ्रोत्रेण न शृणोति येन श्रोत्रमिदं श्रुतं येन श्रोत्रमिदं श्रुतं तदेव ब्रह्मत्वं विद्धि तदेव ब्रह्मत्वं विद्धि नेदं यदिदमुपासते. There is one more. यत् प्राणेन न प्राणिति येन प्राणः प्रणीयते तदेव ब्रह्मत्वं विद्धि नेदं यदिदमुपासते. Which I'll just play the next time. Now you see the last 5 mantras of the first khanda, that is the first chapter section of the Kena Upanishad, have the same second line. It's like a chorus. Tadeva brahmatvam viddhi nedam yadidam upasate. You are indeed that, by which words are illumined, but which words cannot describe. You are indeed that, which the mind cannot think of, but by which the mind thinks. You are indeed that, which the ears, by which the ears hear, but the ears cannot hear Brahma. And we can extend it, a taste and smell, by which, one can taste, one can smell, one can perceive and think, perform activities. But that Brahma Tattvam is not available for any of the functions of the body. Now look at the shloka number 6, identical pattern. Yat manasa na manute. That is that intelligent principle, Brahma Tattvam, cannot be thought of by the mind. Yeah, same reason. Because the mind can only objectify known things, an object like a flower, the sky. But that which has no akara, no form, how can the mind conceptualize that? So that by which the mind cannot think upon, but by which the mind thinks. Yena ahuhu manaha matam. Yeah? The mind cannot comprehend, Brahman, but by which the mind itself functions. We've seen that before, how the principle of pure Chaitanyam shines in our mind as Chidabhasa. So when the mind reflects that Atma Chaitanyam, then it is like a glowing mind. And in that mind, we can have the various cognitions. Person, flower, fruit, sky, water, all these perceptions happen in the mind. Yeah? But the mind cannot know Brahma as an object. That is the whole idea. So you see how the Guru is reversing the vision for the Shishyas, making the mind turn back to its own source. What is the source? From which everything has manifested, by which everything functions, and into which everything returns. Yato va imani bhutani jayante, yena jatani jivanti, yam prayantyapi samvishanti iti. Taittiriya Upanishad has said exactly the same thing. And tadeva brahma tvam vidhi. You are indeed that, and not what you worship. What you worship, I told you the two meanings is, so when I give Satyatvam, when I take an appearance, a Nama Rupa to be absolutely real, then it is as though I am worshipping it. So Upanishad says, no, no, no. Nama Rupas or the phenomenon of appearance, there is something beyond that. There is an Adhara. There is a Tattvam. There is a Sara. So inquire into that which is supporting, which is empowering the phenomenal world of names and forms, which include the bodies, the minds, and the sense organs. So can you see the same pattern in the last 5 mantras of the first chapter of Kena Upanishad? Yat chakshusha na pashyati yena chakshumshi pashyati. So know that to be Brahman, which cannot be perceived by the eyes, but that by which the eyes perceive. And tadeva brahma tvam vidhi na idam yadidam upasate. And indeed you are. So you see, how can we know Brahma? It's not available for words and for eyes. If the question is asked, the answer is to turn inwards and become Atma Samstham. In a purified, calm, steady mind alone, will that light of knowledge reveal itself. So the one who turns inwards, away from all the Nama Rupa chasing about, can understand the Atma Tattvam as shining in one's own heart. That is basically the idea. Then the last 2 mantras also is similar here. Yat shrotrena na shinoti, yena shrotramidam shrutam. So that Brahma Tattvam cannot be heard by the ears. Can we hear Brahman? No. Ashabdam, asparsham, rupam, rasam, agandham. There is no frequency to Brahma. There is no wavelength that one can see with the eyes or hear with the ears. No. But Brahma, by whose order all the frequencies are set up, orbital velocities, the wavelengths, how much can a bat hear? We hear differently. Dogs hear much more. That order, to whom that belongs, tadeva brahma tvam vidhi. Know that to be you. That is the Mahavakyam. Na idam yadidam upasate. So this constantly na idam yadidam upasate means not to be lost and caught up in the world of Namarupas. Yeah? In the worldly objects, but to awaken from the dream-like worldly experiences. Yeah? We have seen this before also. So the one who had a dream, and in the dream there was dream dukkham and dream sukham, on waking up, everything is negated. And so to the Guru says that you are the fourth, the Turiyam, Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi, and you are the one in whom all the worlds appear, manifest, are sustained, and they return into back. So inquire into that Parama Tattvam, the eye of the eye, Ahankara. And the last mantra is Yat pranena na praniti yena pranaha praniyate. So here, the last mantra of the first chapter is know that to be Brahma, which one cannot smell. Like we smell a jasmine flower or a rose, there is no way of smelling Brahma. But by whose power one has the power of smell itself. Tadeva Brahma tvam vidhi. So in short, the Upanishad is saying that all these sense perceptions that we are enjoying with the 5 sense organs, or the pursuits of the mind in the form of thoughts and activities, none of them can function independently of Brahma Tattvam. Yeah? And that Brahma Tattvam is not a material object. And that is the Nitya Vastu. And so, if we take the world to be real, if we give the absolute Satyatvam to the world, then we are Upasate. We are as good as worshipping the Namarupas. That is the Dvaita Buddhi. But what is the truth? Upanishads, are very, very direct Tattvam. It will take us directly to the highest step. Tadeva Brahma Tvam Vidhi. Know that you are Ajo Nitya Shashvatoyam Puranaha Nahanyate Hanyamane Sharite. So you are Ajaha, you are Amrityuhu, you are the Nitya Vastu, Nitya Muktaha, Nirakaraha. All these words which come in the Lalita Sahasranama also, we can connect to all of them, and that is who you are. And so, with these, 8 mantras, the first chapter of Kena Upanishad is over. Okay? And the whole Upanishad is in response to that one question raised by the student in the very first mantra. Keneshitam preshitam patati manaha. Kena prana pratama praiti yuktaha. Keneshitam vachamimam vadanti. Chakshushrotram ka udevo yunakti. So, then there is a beautiful story also, which we'll see in the next session. How, how all the sense organs, they all compete with each other. The eyes say that, we are most powerful, we are bringing in the data of forms and colors, and the ears say, but we are also important, sounds, so on. No? Then the prana says, but if I leave, then none of you can function. Yeah, so I am the most important. But they have the devatas, they're having a fight. Who is more powerful? Agni says, I can burn anything. Vayu says, I can blow anything away. And then how the Brahma Tattvam appears as Uma Devi. Uma Devi personifies Brahma Vidya. And she teaches a lesson to Indra and subdues their pride. The pride that, that one can take in life. I can do anything in life. And when we achieve something in life, we can say, oh, I worked hard for it. And I got this achievement, that achievement, worldly achievements. And here the Guru says, no, that is the power of Brahma by which you used all your faculties and then you achieved whatever was gained. So that story comes in the later part of the Upanishad, which we will see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.